Hello children. So today we will continue the chapter states of matter. In the previous part we had already discussed about matter. We have studied that everything around us is made up of matter. So we will study about matter in more detail in this part. So as we have studied that everything around us is made up of matter. Now in this video we will study what actually matter is made up of. Children, matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms and molecules. These particles are so small that we cannot see them with the unaided eyes or through our naked eyes. For example, air is made up of molecules of oxygen, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Alright, so air is a matter, and again matter is made up of small particles. Similarly, water is made up of water molecules. The molecules of matter join together to form a particular thing. In fact, we can say that all living beings and non-living beings all are made up of matter. And children, as in the previous video we had discussed that matter is anything that occupies space and has weight. So the space which is occupied by the matter is also known as its volume. So there's a definition for you to write down. Volume. The amount of space occupied by the matter is called its volume. I hope you understand this. Now we will study about different states of matter. Basically you will study about three different forms of matter. These are solid, liquid and gas. Here you can see the examples of solid, liquids and gas. Here are some more examples of solid, liquids and gas, like hat, pencil, skateboard, snow, table, bicycle, computer. These all are examples of solids. Liquids like water, milk, drink, rain, juices, these all are examples of liquid. And gases like the wind which we get from fan, air, steam, these all are examples of gases. Now we will study in detail about each states of matter. So we will start from solid. Solids have a definite shape and volume. How can we say this? If you can see the picture given above, there's a solid I have kept in three different containers, and if you can see in all the containers the solid has same shape, isn't it? So we can say that solids have a definite shape and volume. Most solids are hard and cannot be easily compressed. Like if I say you pencil or a pen which is in your hand right now, if you try to bend it, is it flexible? Can you bend it? No. If you try harder, you may end up breaking the pencil. And why is it so? Because the molecules of solids are tightly packed and are very close to one another. There is very little space present between them. That is why the molecules of solid cannot move freely, and hence they end up having a definite shape and a definite volume. Now you may ask me a question like, ma'am, a rubber band can be stretched, we can bend it also, isn't it? Yes. So there are some exceptions like rubber bands, or if I say sponge, if you try to compress it, it will change the shape, definitely, yes. But what happens when you release the pressure which you have applied? They will again come back to the original position, or we can say the original shape. So we can say that there are some solids which can change the shape by applying force, isn't it? Yes. So this was all about solids. In our next class we will study about liquids and gases. So here are two question answers. which you need to write down in your science copy, and just go through it once. Go through the chapter in the book. I hope you will understand everything. So thank you and have a good day.